Be'ezus Hashem, today's Amud is Daf Yudal Amud Beis. We'll be starting now Torah Aleph. Torah Aleph goes on the pasuk Ani Hashem Hu Shmi Uchvodi La'acher Lo Yatein V'Silasi L'Psilim. The Rebbe says that there is a mussar called Yichuda Ilah and a mussar called Yichuda Tato. The Yichud means the understanding and the realization and the awareness of Hashem's oneness and unity. And there's two levels of that. There's Yichuda Ilah, which is Keneged Shema Yisrael, Hashem Lakein Hashem Echad. There's the Yichuda Tato, which is Keneged Baruch Shem Kvad Malchus Olam Vad. And the Rebbe says, really, everyone has to be able to be miyachid, these two yichudim, to be able to see Hashem's unity in everything, in the oifen of Shema and the oifen of Baruch Shem. Now, but how could you do that? Now, the Rebbe says that when a person has a yichud, then he's able to understand the Torah la'omek, tfunas ha-Torah la'amka. Sometimes a lower madrega, he doesn't yet have that yichud, then he's very far away from tfunas ha-Torah. So how could a person come to that yichud in order to come to tfunas ha-Torah? So it says it's through dibur. When a person uses his mouth to speak heilige things, to talk in Torah and avodah, then when a person speaks in Torah with diburim, the more, like the pasuk says, then the dibur is meir for a person, all the places where he has to do tshuva. When the more a person uses his mouth to speak divrei Torah, the more he's able to see where he has to do tshuva, and he's able to masaken himself, and little by little to go up madrega after madrega until he comes to the madrega of the tfunas ha-Torah l'amka. So that's the Gemara Menachos says a story that Yechinim and Mamre asked Moshe Rabbeinu when he was bringing all the Moisim. So he said, Tevet, not the Machnas Afarayim, you're bringing Tevet, you're bringing, it's like you're bringing into a place of Afarim, of dust. You're bringing more Tevet, you're bringing more wheat, and this, the Mitzrayim is full of magic and kishif. So what are you doing with your Moisim? What are you showing anybody? So Rebbe says, so Heshav Lahem, Emri Inchi, this is what people like to say. The people say, there's a saying, Lamasa Yarka Yarka Shkol. To a city full of vegetables, you bring more vegetables, because Vice says that they're machshiv that over there. So the Rebbe says that Teven at the Machas Ephraim, Teven, which usually means like wheat and grain. So Teven is Tvuna. So they said, you're trying to bring Teven to Ephraim, to dust. What's dust? Dust is like Klal Yisrael when on a very low madrega, the Mshulam offer. You're trying to bring people on a very low madrega, you're trying to bring tfunas ha-Torah to them. So he said to them, Amri Inchi, that's what people say, that through the sayings of people, that Klal Yisrael will use their mouth to speak words of Torah and use their mouth to always speak the Torah, and that's going to help them do tshuva. To bring them Masa Yarka. Masa, the city of Yarka. Yark is from the pasuk of a Yarkas Chanichov, that before the Muhammad Avram Avinu, the Yarkas Chanichov. So the Chazal explain in the Medrash, Arikon bepasha shayftim, that before Klal Yisrael went on Muhammad, so the Kain Mashiach Muhammad would give them techacha to tell them to do tshuva, and that's what Avram Avinu did. So Yark is the yin of Yarkas Chanichov, the yin of tshuva, the pasha of tshuva, that through the Amri Inchi, through the mirrors of Diburi Torah, they'll be zeicha to be able to see what tshuva we need to do, and then Yarkas Shkol, we'll be able to do zeicha to tshuva semishkol. Now, it's not all Torah, the Rebbe says. In order that the Diburi Torah should be able to be meir, have to make sure that the Dibur is a Dibur meir. The way to do that is to look that Kvod Hashem should be b'shleimus, and we should be v'anova v'katnos. Why? Because covered and is melech hakavod, malchus peh. The peh dibur is always connected to malchus. Now, when the malchus comes into peh pogum, a peh which is full of gaiva and kavod, then the dibur Torah not meir and faket, the person's more niskashem from the Torah v'yamash choshech, and because when a person isn't mashkiach and kavod Hashem, then it's a sagu pima dibur begeos, that their mouths are closed because they dealt with gaiva. Like the Ma'aser Levi Basisia, that he spoke with gaiva, so he got petch. And also b'chlal, when a person has gaiva, like we learned in previous Torahs, gaiva is of a desire. And when they pusil aleim to srufim be'esh, it's ketudim mechtashure. It's ki'ilu his kli, his peh, which is full of gaiva, can't in any way give off any. It's not even there to be mayor with him. But when a person is nizer and watches over Kavod Hashem, they should be shleimus. His nivz be'ein of nimas. Through that, his dibur is mayor, and his mayor the way to do tshuva, and he can come to Tfus Torah Amka. So how are you mechaved Hashem? So it's to be mamshich the vav. Why? Because it's either kvad peh or kavod Hashem. The difference between kvad peh and kavod Hashem is a vav. And what's a vav? Vav is translated is and, right? Which is tesefet, addition. And in the of tesefes is always tesefes kedusha. Because kamakam shetamitz geder ever. When we find a geder in the nonim of kedusha and shmir sabris, then we call that's kedusha. Kamakam shetamitz geder ever atamitz kedusha. That's totally zebezeh. The more a person works on shmir sabris and working as taivas, then he works on his covet and it brings down his covet because they're telling each other. The pasuk says, "Ve'shish nefesh shikar tatzud ani kel shakai perivei." The prurevu, which is tikkun and bris b'shleimus, is telling the shem shakai. What's the shem shakai? Sheish dai belikusi cholberia. When a person is shem bris, he's basically saying that the elikus of Hashem is enough for me. I don't need anything else. I don't need the gashmis of this world. A person is paigim, it's basically saying that it's not enough for him. Elikus isn't enough. He needs to have the gashmis. He needs to have gashmis. But a person is shemer bris, then he breaks his gaiva, and then he's zeichet to the Or Meir. Now this vav, which goes into kfat peh and makes it kavod v'yidaim, that's in the Indian of hein kol ela yifal kel pamayim shaloshim gover. Pamayim shalosh is the Indian. If you take the Shem Hashem Yud Kei Vav, can you write it out? Yud Vav Daled Kei Yud Vav Aleph, and so on. The three first letters of Yud Kei Vav, the gematria is 39, which is a 39 iris. It's called the Tal Iris. So then, when you have it together, the pasuk says, "Pamayim shalosh," the 1, 2, 3, the first three letters with gever, which is Shem Brish, Keish Kegvurasai. The Boyaz is called Shem Bris. Boyaz was a Shem Bris because Boyaz taikif. The strength is being a Shem Bris. Then when you have that vav together, we have that vav, which is a Tal Iris, which is a Tesefes, you're zeichet a Tal Iris, and you're saved from the Tal Malachis, Lamites Malachis of Shabbos, because everything in this world could either be Lamites Malachis or Lamites Iris. So when a person is Shemer Bris, then all the Gashmis of this world, all the Malachas which he's Isaac in, the Tal Malachas which a person is Isaac in the entire week, become, when the person is Shemer Bris, they become Tal Iris for him. So with Yosem, tomorrow will be Mamshech in the next Amud.